Hey guys, welcome back to JK Fishing. Today I'm going to be talking about a kayak setup, both for safety measures and to help you catch more fish. This is a setup that we use for both inshore and offshore fishing. And first thing we're going to start with is the safety. So as you can see, I'm wearing a life jacket. These are essential in case you flip, so you don't drown. It's pretty much common sense. Other safety things that you need to have in the state that we're in right now: always check your state or province regulations for kayaks and safety measures. We have a VHF, a kayak flag, and we have lights, especially for boating, for kayaking at night. Next up, we're going to talk about the kayak. This is a Brooklyn Kayak Company tandem kayak. It's 12.9 feet long, something like that. And when you get this kayak, it comes with these little memory foam seats. Instead, one thing that I recommend you do, if you do order this model or any other models that come with the memory foam seats, is buy the nicer chairs for them. These are about $150 each. It may be expensive, but it's totally worth it. Otherwise, you get no support. These also fold up and down, so pretty practical for storage. Next, we're going to talk about some of the little accessories that we have on it. First up is the fish finder. This is a Garmin Striker 4X. We have it on the Scotty universal fish finder mount with a Scotty transducer arm. This is nice because you just fold it in and out whenever you need to put it in the water. And attached to that, we have a little Aqua 12-volt battery for the fish finder. This is a waterproof battery, but we still like to keep it in the bag, so it, just in case it does get wet, that is fine. And you can just slide that in the seat and it's not moving at all. Next, we have this is a rail blazer mount with a mount to the rail for our GoPro setup. So we have multiple different angles instead of having to wear a chest mount. Another thing that we have at the back here is a Kayak Crate. This I really recommend getting. We have attached 4 PVC pipes with nuts and bolts to act as rod holders. Pretty simple, cheap to make, and as you can see, we have it bungeed down. It doesn't really move. We flipped in the kayak before, and this is the crate. This crate does not come out at all. We also have a fillet knife. You need a fillet knife, cutting up bait, cutting up fish, in case you need to cut your line, anything. It's pretty practical. In this kayak crate, we can fit our GoPro box, tackle box, a sponge, which is useful for bailing you out, some leader in case you need it, another knife, and a few soda cans if you need, with plenty of space to share. Next up, these lanyards. If you're gonna flip in your kayak, make sure you have everything tied down with your lanyards. Otherwise, you'll be losing up to thousands of dollars in rods and reels, or even other accessories. So make sure, if stuff's expensive, to lanyard it down so you don't lose it. Next up, we have the Scotty bait board over here. It swivels around, you can take it out. This is really great because instead we were cutting the bait on the sides and the wreck sides, and there's not much room to work with. You can also store your pliers or any extra bait that you have on there. And speaking of pliers, it's always useful to carry a pair. We like to carry them in our life jacket so we can quickly grab them out and we don't have to put them on our seat. They're always attached to us. These are really important in case you need to remove the hook or remove the spine out of you or anything. They're really helpful. We also have VHF Radio. If you're ever going more than a mile offshore, let's say, or anywhere really, it's important to have a radio so you can communicate even if you get lost. Like, this thing has a setting so you just call like whoever's listening and tell them your coordinates if you have in the fish finder, and they can come rescue you if needed. Next up, also bring a rag. Okay, in case you catch a slimy fish or a fish with spines they don't want to handle, bring a rag so it's easier to handle. One of the last things we have here is an anchor. This swivels out. These things are pretty cheap, buy them for like $10. We have 50 feet of anchor line too, so you can anchor up to 20 feet of water with it. We've done fine then. And last thing, the transportation. If you're gonna want to transport this kayak over 100 meters in distance, I suggest you get wheels. These wheels have lasted us a few years so far. They're about $40 maybe, $30-40, pretty cheap. And you don't want to have to carry this thing with 2 people. No matter how strong you are, you're not going to be able to carry it a kilometer, like when we walk down to the intracoastal. So yeah, anyways, that's our kayak setup. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for next time. We'll see you later.